Hey guys, all right, good to see you tonight. I am here, excuse me, I'm here to get you guys started. It's way too many times that I'm seeing you guys like, I want to be healthier, I want to do this, I want to do that, but you don't have any clear plans as far as like the when, the where, the how, any of those things. So I'm just here to help you just jump in and get started. Some of you guys are waiting on perfection. Some of you guys are waiting on after you get back from your trip and travel plans. Like, no, this is why we call it a lifestyle, because this is what we do regardless of what's going on, regardless of where we are consistent with our life goals, right? But I understand when you're just getting started, like you got to be settled, you got to be in a good mental space. But how long have you been in this space? How long have you been on this earth? Are you 25, 35, 45, 55 plus? So, when is the time going to be? When are you going to be tired of being sick and tired? And that's what I've noticed. Most people don't get there until they're sick and tired of being sick and tired. So, I've learned not to even stress about, people getting started and working with me and stuff like that. Like, I don't have like that kind of patience. I can't want it more than you guys. Okay. Hello for you guys that are coming in. Appreciate you being here. Are you guys sick and tired of being sick and tired? Are you ready to get rolling? What's going on? Tell me where you are in your health journey. Do you need help to get started? All right. Okay. So if you do, I want you to join my free school. The link is in my bio. It's a free 7-day journey to where it helps you step by step what to do. Okay? Because I'm sick and tired of seeing you guys being sick and tired and just not getting started. I want you guys to get started step by step while I'm holding your hand. Appreciate the hearts and the 100s. Getting started, okay? If I don't see anybody join tonight, you doing all this heart stuff for nothing. All right? But no, I do appreciate you, okay? I really do. You'll notice that throughout the program that I use some sports metaphors because I'm a former D1 athlete. I played college basketball, and it's in my DNA. That's where I come from. And there's similarities in between what I've gone through when I was playing basketball, and this is 30 years ago. So we practice because we didn't want to wait to game day to know if we're going to do what the hell we know what we're going to do, what we need to do, right? You don't wait till game day until you understand the game itself. You need to practice, right? So it's the same thing for you guys with your health. Regardless of if you're trying to grow big muscles, if you're trying to just get heart healthy and just go up a flight of stairs without being out of breath, just get started. There's no perfect time for any of these things. So I learned that early on that talent is not enough, right? And I'm talking to multiple different platforms. I appreciate all of you guys being here. And the greats just don't show up on game day. We show up when it hurts. We show up when no one else is in the gym. I had another young lady that when I first started my platform on Skool, she was discouraged a little bit because she said she was the only one that was there, that was commenting and everything. And I was like, F everybody else. What do they have to do with your health and your journey? And so, I guess that hit a light bulb because she actually just started posting. And today, she's only been there for a month. And today, she posted her before and current pictures. And she is doing absolutely amazing. So before you guys get started, I actually have you take your measurements. The scale is a big fat liar. The scale is not enough. The scale only tells a small portion of the story. So I'll at least encourage you guys to take your measurements before you start a health journey because it tells more of a fuller picture. At least the easiest access to. Of course, there's these fancier machines, but we're not trying to do all that right now. We just want to get you guys started, seeing where you are, where you were before and where you're growing to. So yeah, she did that. She posted her pictures in the school today, and I'm just like, she's not sure like why the scale says the same. Well, can you guys tell me why her numbers are still the same, but she's losing inches? Does anybody know? Yes, exactly. So muscle weighs more than fat. Muscle weighs more than fat. So if she's increasing her muscles but losing fat, the scale may be the same, or it may even be higher, because again, muscle weighs more than fat. So if you didn't know that, and you have health goals, you want to get healthier, I encourage you guys to get a coach. The best of the best had coaches or have coaches. Michael Jordan had a coach. He probably, I don't know if he still has one, but the greats have coaches. So there's simple things that there's only so much information you can get for free without it being a huge benefit. But tonight I'm going to give you guys a lot of nuggets for you guys to get started, because yeah, we're all sick and tired of being sick and tired, okay? So I've got some tools to help you win. Transformation happens again through active learning, okay? There's only so much you can just listen to. You actually have to do the steps of what I'm going to provide you guys to tonight, all right? So hopefully you got your journals. Whenever you come to my lives, you want to have your journals, a pen and paper, something to write with, okay? Journaling is number one that I have for you. And you may have heard that before, but I'm here to tell you that it truly is your game tape. It's your game tape, because it's so powerful for self-reflection and transformation. All right. Now, personally, I didn't enjoy journaling at first. I really did not, because I thought it was just a waste of time when I could just be doing instead of writing. Like, why am I writing my thoughts? So, number one, if you have a lot going on, like just a lot of thoughts, you can't rest mentally, you need to journal so you can quiet your thoughts, and that limits your stress. It kind of brings it down a lot, and you really need to get it out. Don't worry about it sounding a certain way. Don't worry about the academic part of it. Don't Who cares about that? Just write. Who cares if you scribble? Who cares if it's messy? Get it out. Your body is asking to be released from a lot of information. So start journaling, okay? Journaling is what helped me actually quantum leap to I'd say a year down the road. If you don't know what quantum leaping is, let me know if anybody's interested in what that is. But does anybody remember the show Quantum? I think it was called Quantum Leaping or Quantum Jumping. I don't know. They're used interchangeably, but it's basically you like going into another dimension, and you either fast forwarding, or sometimes you can go backwards to help you jump or leap even further. So when I started journaling, I got out a lot of the emotions that I didn't even know what was there. And it helped me again with the self reflection. And then it helped me see some of the things that I said I wanted to change. And once I saw it down on paper, I was like, okay, this is more realistic. Let's come up with a little bit of a game plan. And this is how I'm going to jump forward. And when I tell you guys, I skipped a whole year of mess that I could have stayed stuck in. It helped a lot. Okay. So you guys in school, let me know in the locker room if you want to go deeper on what that is. Okay. All right. So your squad for people that are new that's going to come to my school, your squad is the support system you didn't know you needed. Everybody is there for a very similar reason. Okay. You are not alone in this journey. You are not. Your squad is your accountability circle. It's your motivation. It's your support system. And the more that you engage and share, the more that you actually quantum leap even further. Because once you share what you're going through, you are helping yourself times 10, as well as other people. And other people are going to gravitate towards you. and you're going to help them more, which helps sink in your learning a whole lot more. And if that doesn't make sense, just I guess you got to trust me on that. But me being a professor in higher education for 15 years, the more that I taught, the more that I learned. And I love learning from other people. So, yeah, Quantum Leap. Thank you. I appreciate that. Quantum Leap was a great show. I think I was like 10 years old or something. I didn't really get it, but I got it. But now I got it. For sure now. All right. Now, practice. Step number 3. Practice makes progress. No such thing as perfection, okay? No such thing as perfection, but it definitely makes progress. All right? Again, I played basketball from when I can remember. Probably 4 years old is when I probably got my first basketball. Do you think I was good at 4 years old? No, I was not. But I kept going and kept going and kept going. Made my first team in middle school. That was the first team I tried out for. High school, then I got a full scholarship for full basketball scholarship in college. So if I stopped, I would not have progressed. So you got to keep going. And I know it hurts, but it's got to be more hurtful to be stuck with where you currently are. It's going to hurt even more if you graduate to a knee brace or a back brace or a cane or a wheelchair. I've got people in my family that are not even 50 yet that are using all these aids to help them get from one step to the next. To me, that hurts more than getting into the gym, or really before even the gym, it's the kitchen. I'm looking at my kitchen right now, and I've got pots everywhere because I just cooked my dinner. I cooked about 90 to 95% of my food because the food that's out there, no. Okay? But think about where you want to be. Think about how fast time is going by. Think about that. Okay? When you come into my classroom, come in like a student and not a know-it-all. Okay? I've got a client who probably knows, he knows what to do, probably better than I can articulate. However, they're still struggling because they're not doing the daily practices. So don't let what you do know keep you from learning. Okay? Repetition is the key to mastery. So approach this journey with curiosity, with humility, and a mindset that's going to keep you there to grow. All right? Number 4, you can't skip or fake the work. Everybody wants shortcuts these days. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. It's all these little bells and whistles that are shining at you, making things look so simple. If you just lay down on this bed and, have this operation, it just seems so simple. You guys don't see the pain that these people are going through when they have surgeries. It is painful. It is so painful. I'm in a couple of groups on Facebook on purpose so I can understand their journeys more, so I can understand what leads a person into the direction of, getting weight loss surgeries. And this is no shame. If you've been here before, I don't shame people or anything like that at all, because everybody has different journeys. I don't point my finger at all and be like, how could you do that? No, I just I want people to understand that people that may be thinking of going in that direction think really, really hard. But even if you do still go in that direction, what is your plan for when you come out? Because you do understand that that is a temporary solution. If you don't have the mindset going in of after you have the surgery, you're going to have the same, you're going to come back to the same situation a year or two later. You're going to be back in the same situation. So you got to I would say train your mindset first and build up your habits to cook more, to work out more, and those things before you just say, I'm just going to have things cut off or whatever. Train your mind first before you go in that direction, okay? There's no such thing as shortcuts. Even if you do have the surgery. Coming out, you got to still live, right? So, yeah. All right. I used to think that saying positive affirmations would magically shift my life. Spoiler alert, it did not. Okay. Affirmations are cute, but they don't work if you're not doing the work without the aligned action. So, the kind that stretches you, the kind that demands honesty. We got to start getting back honest with ourselves. Affirmations are, you want the kind that don't always look cute on Instagram. Okay. You can't skip the healing, and again, you can't fake the rewiring. I choose to be a student of everything. If I can learn from you, I'm going to learn from you. I want to learn from you. If your pain taught you something, I'm listening. If your regret gave you wisdom, I'm taking notes. Affirmations don't work in isolation. You gotta pair them with action, messy, imperfect, whatever that it is, but you gotta bring it back together. It's uncomfortable in the beginning. After a while, it's like my free throws, 89%. Okay? It's just repetition by then. You don't even have to think about it. You just do it. And it becomes it's just not painful. You just do it. It's just how life is. And I'm telling you guys, if you allow yourself to get there, it's beautiful on the other side. It really is. I feel younger, and I actually look younger than I did 10 years ago. I feel better than I do 20 years ago. I'll be 50 this year. And I look back on pictures that I have from 10 years ago. I look younger today than I did then. How is that? Depends on what you're putting into your body. I used to have the worst acne when I was 30 years old. It's not perfect now, but it's a whole lot better than what it used to be. So you have to eat your water, which means fruits and vegetables. Okay. All right. Let me give you 6 tips to stay in the game. 6 tips to stay in the game. Okay. This is what'll keep you on track. Forget about being perfect. Just aim to show up. Okay. If you have a goal of getting into the gym every day for 30 minutes, but for some reason you only have 10 minutes today, go do it. Because skipping it and just saying, well, I don't have enough time, you're building in a direction where you don't want to go. Okay. So every day can't be perfect. It's just not going to happen. So still show up on those days. Number 2, keep up with the squad. If you're in my school, make sure you check in at least one time a day. If you can check in on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and all these other places multiple times a day, you can check in for yourself. It's not about me. It's just about checking in for yourself. Okay? Make a post one time a day. Something. Ask a question or comment on someone else's post. But this actually keeps you in the groove and keeps you in the loop. Okay? Number 3, set a specific time for learning. What I do every day when I wake up, I meditate, and then I do my yoga, and then I will go to the gym. Okay? After that, I come back. Probably got to go to the bathroom, eliminate. Then I take a shower. And then, depending on what time it is, I may have some fruit. But that's how I start my day. Start your day with fruit, please. Then you can have all the cooked pancakes and whatever else that you want 35 to 45 minutes after that fruit. Start your day with fruit. Okay? What is your specific time for learning? Create a ritual around your space, whether it's tea, incense, a playlist, whatever you got to do to get yourself in the right headspace. But set your schedule just like anything else. If you have a set time where you got to go to work for someone else, set a set schedule for yourself to benefit yourself. Okay? All right. Number 4, plug into progress. Accountability is more than just setting reminders. It's about resonance. Whether it's a teammate or a coach or you're in the squad, connection keeps your momentum. If you don't have a circle and you're not in the school yet, come to our circle. All right? That's why your locker room exists, to make sure that you don't play this game alone. So even if you're introverted or independent or whatever, staying active in our space will push you into your growth. Ask questions, share updates, whatever you got to do. That's where the magic multiplies. Number 5, celebrate the small wins. This is huge. Celebrate the small wins. Don't wait until the end to pat yourself on the back. No, you got to keep yourself going through. So pat yourself on the back. If you chose apple chips over potato chips, that's a huge win. Pat yourself on the back. Did you journal 3 days in a row when before you didn't journal at all? Pat yourself on the back. Stack those wins. Very important. Okay. All right. Now let me give you 5 of the biggest roadblocks that I see when I'm coaching people, or at least when they come to me. 5 of the biggest roadblocks is time. All right. You make time for what matters. So I don't want to hear anybody else say, I don't have time to get healthy. I don't have time for this or that. Okay. Schedule at least 30 minutes a day for this process. Because on the flip side, you may get caught up into watching the videos that I have for you guys and not practicing. So practice as you go. Don't skip around. If you want to make more time for this journey by watching more than doing, okay, just know that when you have to start back over, it's going to get harder and harder. So when you come in, come ready, and then just do the daggum thing, okay? Number 2, I hear, is motivation levels. Motivation is cute, but it doesn't last. It's very flaky. It'll ghost you the second life gets loud. So that's why you need a deeper why, one that pulls you forward when willpower runs out. So motivation levels, that may help you get started, but you got to pull into your deeper why, okay? I'll guide you into how to uncover your deeper why a little bit later on the program. Just know that the stronger your why, the less you'll rely on hype to keep going. All right. Number 3 that I mostly see is resistance to change. Resistance to change. Expect tough days. It's going to happen. Growth is uncomfortable, like I said, and that's how you know that you're working. When it hurts a little bit, when you're like, this is different, it's supposed to feel different. That's the purpose of going in that direction. It's easy to sit on the couch and eat chips and watch TV. That's easy. Growth is going to hurt and it's going to be uncomfortable. Research says that this is when you know that you're on the verge of a breakthrough, when you're in a little bit of pain. And I'm not talking about so sore where you can't walk around. I'm talking about where it's just uncomfortable, like using your non-dominant hand to brush your teeth. That's uncomfortable. But that's how you know you're going through your breakthrough. What's the worst that can happen? You keep going and you get better. Okay? Number 4, stop this all or nothing thinking. This is my favorite when it comes to clients. It's really not. But missing one day does not mean it's over forever. Okay? One slip up does not mean that you failed. Perfection is not the goal. So take a deep breath, reset, and keep moving. Number 6, comparison overload. Stop looking at everybody else. Stop getting caught up in who's doing it faster or better or fancier. You don't know their journey and they don't know yours. Your journey is yours, theirs is theirs. Focus on your own plate, your own pace, your own peace of mind. Stop this comparison stuff. All right, check yourself, which is the self-assessment. If you're not in my school yet, you have inside of the school, you'll have access to this information that I'm sharing with you guys and some additional tools that actually help you with like this self-assessment that we're about to talk about next. Okay. So before you begin, take an honest look at your journey and where you are today or when you're about to get started. Okay. This ain't about judgment. This is only about clarity. The reason this is a must is because you need to be clear on what it is that you truly desire. If you don't know where you want to go, then how are you going to get there? Right? Right. You got to get some clarity on what it is that you want. What are your goals? What is it that you want to do? What do you want to accomplish? Gain some clarity about that so you can actually go there. Okay? So inside, I have an attached document that'll give you some homework to help you in that direction. If you're just not sure where to start, how to start, what kind of goals are good, what kind of goals are safe. There's a acronym called SMART goals, which is specific, measurable, SMART, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, time frame specific. So it actually stands, it's an acronym for SMART, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, time frame specific. That's the kind of goals you want to set. Okay. If I hear another person saying, I want to lose 100 pounds by next month, that's not, that is very specific, yes, but it's not realistic at all. And that is not a goal that you want to set for yourself. There's way too much danger on so many different realms. Okay. So make sure your goals are specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, time frame specific. Okay. Now, these next few things, I want you to rate yourself from 1 to 10. Again, not about judgment. This is about clarity. Your mindset from a range from 1 to 10, 1 being least true, 10 being most true. Your mindset. How strong is your belief in your ability to change? Do you believe you can change? Let's start there. Do you believe you can change? If it's 5 and below, I appreciate the realism because you're not lying to yourself. You're being honest. And I can appreciate that more than anybody that gives themselves 8, 9s, and 10s. Okay. If you're at 8, 9, and 10, you probably not listen to me. Or if you rated yourself that high, I mean, I appreciate you being here, but you may not be realistic with yourself. I don't know, or real honest with yourself. But anyway, if you have a 7 and below mindset right now, what are some of the reasons why you believe you're at that number? Why do you believe you're there? Okay. Homework for you to work on later. Devotion. How consistent are you with your habits? How consistent are you with your habits? How's your relationship with food? Do you eat with awareness and intention? Something I had to remind myself is to slow down when I'm eating. Because a lot of times, when I'm taking a break and I'm eating, I'm so excited to get back to my work so I can help you guys. I start eating fast and I gotta oh, Doc, slow down. I gotta tell myself. I stopped watching so much TV when I'm eating too, because depending on how intense the show is, it's gonna make you eat faster. The music that's being played, those are the psychological games that they play with us because they want us to be mindless when we're eating. You want to be mindful so you can actually pay attention when you're full, so you can stop bloating so much. Again, I'm talking to myself as well. Who am I talking to anybody else? You want to be mindful when you're eating so you can actually, your brain can catch up to you and say, you know what? Stop eating. We're full. Has anybody ever kept eating when they weren't full? I mean, when they were full? Absolutely, right? Yes. A lot of people, okay? All right, self-compassion. Rate yourself from a 1 to 10. How kind are you? How kind are you to yourself in moments of struggle? How kind are you to yourself in moments of struggle? Now, if you're here to just listen and you didn't even try to write it down, type it to yourself, text it to yourself, something, I have to ask, what are you waiting on? Why are you here? Why are you here? Just listening to someone talk about health is not doing anything for you. You have to do the work yourself. This is not magic to where it just jumps at you and you're like, oh, okay, now all of a sudden I'm healthy. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to do the work. You have to do the work. I can't do it for you. I cannot do it for you. I can help you and give you some tools, but if you're not doing the work yourself, the journaling, the rating yourself, all these kind of self-reflecting, is not working for you. Just listening to me every day, that's not enough. You have to do the work, okay? All right, next is a combination chart with questions that'll help you assess various aspects of personal and interpersonal relationships in hopes that it'll help you understand your relationship with food, okay? But before we dive in, take another honest look at where you are. This is about clarity, again, as always, never judgment. So the statements that I'm going to tell you guys will help you track how you're growing right now, midway through the program, and then how to finish strong. Okay. So this part is like, the cocoon and the butterfly. All right. Change happens in layers. So before you take your next rating, I want to offer you this image. When a caterpillar enters a cocoon, there's no applause, no before or after photo, no proof of change. From the outside, it looks like nothing is happening, but inside, everything is shifting, right? Breaking down, reforming, becoming. This is where you are right now. So, congratulate yourself again, celebrate the small wins because just being here is great. Okay? When you first start out, you may not feel like anything is changing, but the moment you decided to grow, something's already began. So the cocoon phase is quiet, it's messy, it's sacred though. And it's not about rushing to your results, it's about honoring the process. Honoring the process. Okay? This sounds like Christianity through the lens of European philosophy. Okay, call it what you want, it's truth. All right, so how's your category with your relationship with your higher self and spirituality? Absolutely. The statement is I stay connected to something greater than me, whether I call it God, whether I call it spirit, higher power, source, etc. I make room for stillness, alignment, and divine downloads that guide how I live. So rate yourself between a 1 to a 10 with how your relationship is with your higher self or your spirituality. Rate yourself a 1 through 10 with your self image. I'm learning to see myself beyond my filters and my flaws and feedback. I don't compete. I just continue to evolve into the version of me that feels most true. 1 to 10, where are you? Purpose, where are you with your purpose? I know I wasn't born to just survive. I'm here on assignment. I honor my gifts, even if the world hasn't fully seen them yet. And I move like I matter. 1 to 10, how do you feel? All right, how are you in your relationship with self? I honor who I am by setting boundaries, speaking kindly to myself, and showing up for my own needs consistently. Where are you on that? Okay, good deal, good deal. Beliefs, I question what I was taught, not out of rebellion, but out of reverence for my growth. I only hold on to what uplifts and aligns me. For me, I'm at a 10. I'm at a 10. Because I just take what I see. Sometimes there's some people that are here on this earth to try to tear you down. Like that's their full-time job. And I actually enjoy those people because they reaffirm, as if I needed any more affirmation, but they reaffirm that I'm doing my job, that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So please keep typing the negative stuff. I love it. You guys don't know who you're messing with. Like I'm a former D1 athlete. I loved when people told me that I sucked. It's like, okay, you're screaming that from the sidelines in the stands while you're watching me on the court play. but I'm the one that sucks. Okay. Thank you. Keep playing that so I can dump on you the next time I go down to court. Anyway, where are you as far as your belief in your body and your temple? The statement reads, I move like my body is sacred. I feed it, I rest it, I speak life into it. Okay. Where are you as far as how you see yourself? All right. The next one is your intimate partner or your lover. I create space for love that feels safe, honest, and mutual. Whether I am loving myself, attracting new love, or nurturing an existing relationship. I express affection with intention and honor my body or honor my individuality and the unique needs of my partner, whether it's present or future. All right, just a couple more. Parents. Parents, I am learning to hold space for my parents with compassion, whether I knew or know them deeply, not at all, or not for long. I respect my need to heal, even if that means unlearning what I was taught or grieving what I never received. I choose boundaries, forgiveness, and truth that restore peace in my heart. All right, for children, sorry, I'm gonna give you some time to write that down and think through it. There you go. Go ahead and take your time. All right. I'm not being negative. Christ didn't teach this way though. This is a psychological approach to Christianity. It sounds good to some, but it's useless. Okay. If you don't find it useless, why are you still here? I don't I'm so confused. I don't if it's useless or maybe I didn't read it right. It sounds good to some, but is useless. If you're saying what I'm saying is useless to you, why are you still here? I don't know. Anyway, but I do have a PhD in educational psychology and research. So yeah, you're right. It is from a psychological approach. It has to start here first. All right. Your body only moves in a direction that your mind is telling it to go. So if there's people that are listening to me need some retraining with their brain because their body is just used to sitting on a couch, eating chips and popcorn and watching TV all day. So yes, I'm retraining their minds to go in a better, healthier direction. All right. So I don't know. Maybe I'm reading you wrong. I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep on going. Don't pay attention to that. Yeah, I agreed. All right, children. I lead with presence, not just protection. I model the love, patience, and emotional safety, and I want the next generation to carry into their lives. Whether they are mine by birth, by choice, or by influence, I choose to be a space for growth. That's really good. Really good. All right, rate yourself on there 1 through 10 on where you are mentally with that statement. Okay? All right, friends. I keep friendship where the energy flows both ways. Very important. I show up for my people, but I no longer shrink, chase, or overextend to keep the vibe alive. Where are you on your friendships? I'm starting to see a lot of Black women, especially because that's who I'm attracting, in threads. I'm starting to go in threads a lot. And I'm seeing like every day at least 3 or 4 new posts where a Black woman is saying, I don't have any friends. Now, I've always been this way because I don't know. I'm not sure. Definitely my teammates were definitely my friends for sure. But we're talking about that was 30 years ago when I played college ball. So we're obviously in so many different states and so many different spaces in our lives. So we're not as nearly as tight as we used to be. But yeah, I couldn't tell you that I have my sister is my friend and my mom. But that's about it. So is that a normal thing? I guess. Is that I don't know. Hello, hello. She's doing more than some of what she's out here helping people, telling her story. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Mrs. Terry, Mrs. C. Terry. Thank you so much. Appreciate you having my back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dude, I don't. Well, hold on. Oh, sorry. No, I read the wrong person. I meant Jason Bender. Thank you so much. Sorry, I got the wrong line. Once again, if something, I'm not even going to read your whole entire statement because I'm tired of kind of giving you even some shine on my page. Once again, if I'm not for everybody on purpose. I'm not trying to be. Okay, I'm not trying to be here for everybody. So anyway, Jason, appreciate you, my guy. You're dope. All right. So coworkers, I show up with integrity, even when it's not reciprocated. Whether I work solo or with a team or collaborate with others, I hold boundaries, protect my peace, and honor the energy that I bring into shared spaces. Dun, dun, dun. Do you guys do that? These boundaries, they're becoming more and more important that in my life for sure. I'm understanding that more and more myself. All right. Now, the last three, perfect strangers. I give people the benefit of the doubt without letting them cross the line. I lead with grace, but stay rooted in discernment. Whew. Yes. Yes. Where are you guys? 1 through 10, rate yourselves. All right, these last two, community. I don't just want to make it, I want to multiply it. Huge. I use my healing gifts and my voice to leave my community better than I found it. Where are you? That first line is huge. I don't want to just make it, I want to multiply it. Awesome. And then this last one, also huge. Finances. I'm breaking lack mindsets and building legacy. I honor my money by being present, purposeful, and prepared for overflow. Finances, I'm going to talk. If anybody's listening and they're deep into finances, whether you're a CPA or accountant or um, you help with mutual funds, you help people invest their money, anything around finances, I want to talk to you. I want to go live with you because I want to break lack mindsets as well, as far as like it costs too much to eat healthy. I want you guys to understand it costs a lot more actually to be unhealthy. It costs a whole lot more, whether it's your physical finances or on your body, which creates a mental toll. Okay. Now, again, if this is your first time going through this self assessment and you rated yourself mostly 7 through 10s, I'm going to invite you back to re self assess yourself. Because if you're listening, you're wanting to get healthier. If you're already healthy and you already know it all, God bless you. I'm not for you. Okay. I'm from those that need help getting to the next level. All right. So if you rated yourself 7 and below, you're in the right spot. And I want to help you elevate to the next level. But you got to keep doing the work. You got to keep showing up. Okay. Just doing this first part is only just the first part. It's not everything. Okay. Now you're going to do the self-assessment again at week 6, which is midway through the program. But you got to do step 1, 2, 3, and keep going. All right. All right. Let's figure out your why. I purposely don't start talking about this first because people just don't take it as serious. There needs to be some more inner work before we get to our why. But here's your why, and your why is why you're here. Here's a statement for you that I want you to write down. I made the decision to commit to this journey because, and you fill in the blank. I made the decision to commit to this journey because. Here's a second part to that. And you can feel free to go back, after this live is done and write even more, because this is a nice little journal prompt. It's not just meant for a couple of words. But this next one I want you to write down. This is important to me because. And don't just write fluff. Try to really sit with yourself again after this live is over with and sit in silence and really answer these questions deeply. Okay? Now, here's the key part. When you're thinking about your why, don't make it just about you. Think bigger. Think bigger. Don't think just about you. Who else gets blessed when you get better? Who else gets blessed when you get better? This ain't just self-care, it's community care. And another reason why I do this is because there's so many people around us that are hurting, they're in pain. And so the healthier that you are, the healthier I can continue to be. Again, far from perfect, but at least I'm doing something in motion every day. And I want you guys to doing something in motion every day for yourself. Okay? But if this transformation only serves you, it's very limited. When it spills over to others, it becomes very powerful. Okay? So science even backs this up. You guys know I really get into the research of it, and I'm careful about what research I read. I'm careful about if it's sponsored or not. I don't want to read any sponsored research. I want it to be unbiased, peer-reviewed research. And yeah, it's got to make sense in so many different levels. But when you have a clear sense of purpose, your brain actually becomes more focused and less likely to get thrown off by any distractions. So whether that distraction is a late night craving or a WYD text or a negative comment on your own page, you're less likely to have emotional triggers, and you can keep going in the direction that your higher power has you going, or if it's just yourself. Or no, again, think deeper than yourself. But you're less likely to get emotionally triggered. I used to get emotionally triggered very easily. But when I practice my alkalizing breaths and I do yoga and I exercise and I practice what I preach, stuff just don't bother me the same anymore. It just doesn't. So this stuff works. This stuff works. Okay? A strong purpose creates kind of like a mental GPS. It helps you stay locked in even when life tries to pull you off course, or even when people try to say little things to jab at you. I don't know. But if your why isn't rooted deep, and I'm talking about deep, bottom of the ocean deep, you'll keep resetting the same goals every year, every month, every Monday. So you'll keep starting over instead of evolving. So that's where we're trying to get to, okay? Number two, and once again, once you're inside of my school, you'll have access to everything. So if you're not able to write everything down, you can come back and reflect and refer back to this information that I give you guys. So when you're inside of my school, I give you the first 2 weeks, okay? The first 2 weeks of this 13-week step-by-step program that I'm holding your hand through a whole entire 3 months, okay? All right, so who are you becoming? Picture yourself at the end of the 13 weeks. What does that version of you look like? What does that version of you feel like? Do you move through life differently? Write those things down. What does this new version of you look like? And then use all of your senses. So not just your vision, not just your memory, not just, your eyes, but use all of your 6 senses. Some people even say 7 senses. But use as many senses as you can. Okay? These intentions should be in harmony with your deepest values and goals. Make it easier to take consistent action. When your mind, when your emotions, when your intuition are all aligned, your brain rewires to support your success. So visualize with these intentions daily. This is how you stay committed to yourself and to the actions that you say you want to bring. Okay. And then finally, you make a commitment to yourself. There's an actual small contract in this document where you sign your name, and it's I blank, fill in your name, commit to the full 13 weeks to break up my bad food habits. Okay. I commit to showing up daily and doing the work. I commit to being honest with myself about my challenges. I commit to the breakthroughs or the breaking past patterns and stepping into a healthier lifestyle. I commit to engaging in the Skool platform every day, at least one time a day. And I commit to being kind to myself and allowing room for growth. And then you're going to sign it, date it, and then that's it. Okay. So here's like a quick review, a quick summary of what we just went through. You want to schedule at least 30 minutes a day for meditation and learning and reflection. The best time that I believe is the AM, but that's what works for me. If it doesn't work for you, then you just got to figure out when that is, but schedule it. And once you schedule it, commit to that schedule. The second part is do your self-assessment. You'll want to complete the self-assessment before you even move forward. So don't even go to, this is week 1, day 0. Don't even move to day 1 until you complete day 0. Okay? So make sure you go through that self-assessment really nicely before you move on. You want to make sure you have a dedicated journal. Type it in your phone and texting. It's cool if it's emergency, but you want to have a dedicated journal to have handy every single day. And then finally, you want to introduce yourself into the squad. Who are you? We want to get to know you. Okay? Put a picture in your profile too. It's kind of weird and creepy if you don't have a real picture of yourself. Okay? But welcome the transformation. Let's go all in. Let's go all in. Go hard or go home, right? All right. I so appreciate you guys being here tonight. Skool, you guys are special. Excited for more people to join the group. Get you guys started. Multiple people online. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, all right, all right. I'm seeing the comments. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go. All right. I'm going to. What is this? If I was looking for Sean, I would be here. I'm respectfully saying if you would consider your postmasters what you are commanded. I don't know. I don't think I'm for you. I don't know. You're kind of hurting my head. But yeah, I think there's plenty of other people. Well, no, there's no one like me. I'm very unique. But I'm sure there's somebody else that can help you. Appreciate you taking the time to be here, but I don't think I'm for you. All right. So please don't join my school. All right. For everybody else, hopefully you got something out of this, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Join me for Wellness Wednesdays at 8:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. Sorry, so 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. Think Thursdays at 3 Central, 4 p.m. Eastern. Sorry, trying to read something else. And then join us also for April 13th is the first day that we're starting our 40-day liquid fast with Alkaline Vegan Mommy. She is the master behind this. And so I'm just there to, be the second in command coach, giving her a backup for this, but she's done multiple. So I'm looking forward to learning from her. And so that is $10. It comes with all of her recipes, and we're doing everything inside of our group. She also has a Instagram group that she's doing this inside of as well. So that begins April 13th. Go ahead and get mentally prepared to have liquids only for 40 days. All right. 40 days and 40 nights. Yeah, that just it's a coincidence. Okay. All right. I will see you guys in a couple of days. Maybe I'll get on here tomorrow. I don't know. Who knows? But holler at you. Appreciate you being here. See ya.